Hey everyone! Today I am working on the Altered Index 2025 challenge put on by Nonstop Paper Crafts, and I'm working on week 44, and the prompt for week 44 is haunted. Now, I am not a person that likes haunted, spooky, scary things. I don't have supplies really for that theme, except I got a whole bunch of these close to my heart stamp sets like a year or so ago off of Marketplace, and there was one Halloween stamp set in there, and I have used this stamp set already not too long ago for an Instagram hop where I had to do a Halloween theme. So I've got my watercolor cardstock, I've got my card base, which I'll put aside, and I don't know how this is going to turn out, but let's see. I think I will probably stamp the house and the spider web. Now, I do not like spiders. I find them extremely creepy. So the fact that I'm even using, I used a spider once earlier, like I said, on the Instagram hop, and I hate spiders. So it creeps me out to even use that spider stamp. So I'm just going to grab my Misty. And let's pop this in here. And where's my black ink? Got my VersaFine Clair Nocturne. So let's ink these up. Try to give it a good impression. And I may need to do it a second time. Yep, for sure. It's stamped pretty good, but it is stamping on watercolor cardstock, so it's just line. Ooh, there's a spider there too. I don't think I realized that last time. That's nasty. I'm sorry to all you spider-loving people. I just don't care for them. They creep me out. They move too fast. I don't like them in my house. I don't like them on me. Okay, where is... Yes, my clear embossing powder. Let's stick that all over. Ooh, I'm running out. Okay, I will go off screen and I will heat set this and clean up. Okay, that heat set really well, but I'm thinking, as much as I don't want to, I should stick that spider on. Ugh, this just grosses me out. Now is it gonna show up? I don't know that it's gonna show up really well on the web. I wonder if I should do like that and have it hanging down off of the web. Gross. Okay, I think I will do that. Ugh. I think this is the creepiest card I've made. Now I'm gonna get my embossing pen. I think I have a black one. I hope I have a black one. Yes, this is a Ranger Emboss It pen and it says black. So what I want to do is add a line going from him. Oh, that's really thick. Let's just go up there. That's a lot thicker than I expected. Okay. Okay, that is officially creepy to me. So I have got some Distress Oxide inks that I brought in, several different colors. wasn't sure which yellow. I thought I would do it like a yellowy for the windows. Let's try this one. And I'm just gonna try it with using a Q-tip because it's a small space and my brushes are a little larger. So this gives me better control. These look like angry eyes on here. Eyebrows and teeth or something. I don't know. Let's do this. Let's do this. Should we do these spots as well? I don't know if these are windows, what? They kind of look like coffins standing up. And then what I might do is dip a Q-tip in there and just smooth those out a little bit. Okay, I better close that up before I spill it. Okay, I think that's good for the yellow. Now, the house itself, I was thinking of doing it in gray, but I might do it in a brown. Let's see the frayed burlap. Let's try this one. Let's just grab the other end of this Q-tip. It's a much juicier ink pad. And I don't want it to look perfect because this is kind of supposed to be like a creepy, haunted kind of theme here, so. Q-tip actually works really well for these tiny spots. I know there are some skinny little blending brushes that you can get. I just personally don't have any this size, so this works. Let's get down here at the door. Oh, that should have been the yellowy one there. Okay. No, I wasn't sure if I wanted to do those little rocky parts the same, but let's go for it. Okay, that works. Let's pop that one away. And let's come in with, what is this one? Hickory Smoke for the roof. Okay, It's looking all right so far. I think, let me grab, Kleenex is the closest thing I have here, and I just want to gently go over the lines so that the ink comes off of all the embossed areas. So all the areas that have the embossing powder on them are going to resist the ink. Okay, that's all right so far. Now, let's see. For the whole background, I want it to be kind of dark. So, but I did bring in some purple. And I think actually I'm just going to ink smush some colors on here. So let's start with some purple and some gray. Give that a quick little wipe. Come in with some of the gray. Some more gray in here. I think I'm going to dry this and then come back in and layer some more color. Okay, let's bring in some more gray. And let's also bring in some black soot. And give those each a spritz. I kind of don't mind that the gray has some purple mixed in with it. Kind of works. Okay, let's come in with some darker. Oh yeah, look at that. That's kind of cool. Okay, that's looking kind of haunted to me. Who's not a haunted person. I will dry it again and come back. Okay, that looks pretty cool, I think. Ew, don't want my finger that close to the spider. Now I don't know what else I want to do to this. I don't even know if I will put a sentiment on it. Do I want to distress the edges? I think I do want to distress the edges. So I'm just going to take my scissors because I do not have a distresser. I'm just going to rough up these edges a little. And it doesn't need a lot, just a little is good. Let me just take a Kleenex and just brush off all that paper dust there. Oh, clearly the back of my card was wet. That's all right. And I think what I would like to do is ink up the edges with some black ink. I don't want to use my good black ink, so I'm going to find a different brand. let's see if this works. I have a bunch of inks that I got on Marketplace, secondhand. I have some that are close to my heart. I have some that are Stampin' Up. And then I have some different inks that I've purchased. I think this should work. There, that just gives it a little bit of a nicer look to it. Yeah, see that put fuzz all over my ink pad, which I didn't want to use my good ink pad for that, so let's clean that off again. Oh goodness, that made a mess. Give that a quick dry. I'll have to clean that later. Okay, now I don't know how long this ink, I'm not as familiar with this close to my heart ink, so I don't know if it's gonna stay wet for a while. But that's what we got so far. Now, do I want to add a sentiment? That is my question right now. Because I don't really have much. This one says spooky, happy haunting, Halloween. But I also know somebody who loves spiders, and I make birthday cards for her. So I could put a happy birthday, make it a funky birthday card. Let's see what I have here. There's a happy birthday that I could ink up in black. I wonder how well that would work. Okay, I'm gonna try something, and this may or may not work. This is gonna get myself really dirty. I mean, I could have just found this die and cut it out of black paper, but this was handy and it was like right there. That gives a little bit of like a white bit of a shadow. I don't know if that's going to show up very well. I need to wash. Okay. I don't even know if I want to use my reverse tweezers on that, because what if it gets them covered in ink? Let's take that for the moment. Does that stand out well enough? Do I need... I want to glue it to a strip of cardstock and add it on there? That might be a smart thing to do. That is not coming off of me, so I'm going to do this. And let's bring in some glue. Okay. Now the question is, can I get this straight? Okay. Actually, let's add this onto your card base. And I still have no clue. Yeah, that's still wet. Oh well. It's kind of messy, but that's all right. Let's trim this down. Nice and close. And here we go. That is not a birthday card I would probably ever make. Unless I knew somebody whose birthday was like on Halloween or right close to Halloween and they loved Halloween and loved stuff. But like I said, I do have a friend who loves spiders. Back of the card is really messy. But I think I am going to call that it. So here is my card for week 44 of the Altered Index 2025 challenge put on by Nonstop Paper Crafts, and the prompt for week 44 is Haunted. So there we are. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful, peaceful day.